The sun has set over the ocean of trees and bushes that form the forest. Cutting a sharp line down the middle is a dirt road that goes on for about 2 miles. Running down it is a black and white car with the word police in all caps on either side. It would seem the officer driving is on a kind of peaceful ride, since there is no trouble at the moment. However, he is far from on break. In his pocket he carries a printed-out document. On the said document, a picture along with a brief description of a strange and obscure occurrence and disturbance formed together like a story from a newspaper. After noticing a sign a little ways up the road, he pushes the brake down and shifts the vehicle into park. Document in hand, he slams the car door shut and heads toward the small trail which the sign marks. "This must be the place," he says, looking down at the paper once more. "Yep, Green Oaks hiking trail. This is the one." He proceeds down the path that goes deeper into the thick, tall forest. Unknown is the trouble that he's gotten himself into. Being out in the woods alone is one thing, but being out in the woods at night is another. As an officer of the law, he's seen some of the worst things a man could see. Murders, suicides, frauds that lead to the loss of innocent lives. You name it, there's a chance he's seen it. So this venture should hold no surprises for him. But according to the news story in his back pocket, there's something he is yet to see. The online report speaks of this devil in the trees, a being who lurks in the shadows of the large aging oaks, a monster straight out of a horror movie, the seed of every nightmare, a killer that won't stop at nothing. Endless accounts of this thing live on countless websites, all popping up thanks to a video put together of found footage. The uploader claims it's real, but many think it's just a hoax, a fake, made-up form of entertainment. Well, disturbances are disturbances, and when several calls come through the station, well, that calls for an investigation. Why send just one guy? Well, law doesn't believe in myths or horror stories, but they do believe in troublemakers who might be pulling some elaborate scheme to scare people, like in some episode of Scooby-Doo. So they send a guy to go check it out. See what this terror in the woods really is. Just some bear or deer, some big-bellied sheriff might say. It ain't worth worrying about. Just a misunderstanding, some skeptic might say. Well, fools will be fools, and we all know they don't learn until it's too late. As for this officer walking down this trail, well, he ain't a fool. He believes that there is something there, but he sure is an idiot for going. Sure, he has a gun, but when it comes down to using it, can he really aim and fire? Not when the target is smarter. For all he could know, the thing is behind him, waiting, watching, ready to strike like a lion would do to an unsuspecting antelope. That's why he's shaking and hesitant, scared of what is there with him. Know that phrase, never bring a knife to a gunfight? Well, this poor cop shouldn't have brought a gun to a cannon fight. For all the pistol ammo on earth couldn't save you from the fast-moving black ball as it flies through the air, eventually hitting the ground in a massive explosion at your feet. As for this beast of terror, well, he brought his cannon. He's lit the fuse, and, well, it's just a matter of time before this officer becomes his next victim. Still gun locked and loaded, the officer walks down the old trail step by step, inch by inch, foot by foot, all the while being stalked by something that is out of this world's comprehension. The predator has made a mistake, however. A crack comes from the trees left of the cop. He aims his gun in the direction of the snapping stick. He waits for another sign that something's there. However, nothing happens. It's as if it was a false alarm. He lowers his weapon and moves to the right side of the path. A mistake yet not known. He takes a deep breath and lets it back out in a sigh of relief. Meanwhile, in the blind spot of his vision, 2 white dots glow through the shadows of the trees. He feels a warm air against his neck as This spawn of horror breathes down his neck. He turns around, a fool's mistake, and with the speed of half a minute the beast lunges from the trees. A scream of utter terror and dismay echoes for miles, marking the last moments of what was another innocent life wasted at the hands of the terror in the woods.